Today we're going to start a new kind of animation. It's inverse kinematics animation, and it's going to use something called the bone tool. So what you will do is start with a new canvas, and we're just going to draw a shape. I'm going to take a rectangle, and I'm just going to draw a nice long flat rectangle across my stage. Your toolbar may be just one column like that, and if so, the bone tool is right there between the paint bucket and the paintbrush. I like to keep mine like this, where I have two columns, mostly because I have a smaller screen. So I'm going to find this thing. It looks like a Fred Flintstone looking bone. You're going to grab that and you are going to draw what they call bones. You're going to draw these pieces inside of this shape. So if you click and drag and let go, it starts to draw bones. You're going to connect the first one to the second one to the third one, and so on. I've drawn 4 bones inside of here. If you look at them, you can actually see there are 4 separate things. I've just clicked on them with my black arrow. Each one of them, and I'm going to zoom in pretty sincerely. Pardon me, I thought I zoomed in there. Pretty big here. Each bone has this rotation piece around it, this piece that's called the joint. And this circle right here that highlights shows you how the range of motion can go. We can get more into that later. I just want you to know that this is where the motion will occur. Think of your elbow or your knee or something like that. There's a space around which the rotation occurs, the joint, the elbow joint, the knee joint. Also, if you look at your layers, you had layer 1, and when you began this project, you had layer 1, and you had a keyframe appear in layer 1. I can zoom that out so you can see it. Now the keyframe is empty, and everything has moved up into this armature layer, which we've never seen before. It's also changed into a lovely shade of green. Kind of strange, but that's okay. That's what it was supposed to do. So what I'm going to do is insert something that is going to feel a lot like a keyframe, but it's actually not even called a keyframe anymore. So I can pretty much ignore layer 1. In fact, I can hide it or I can throw it out if I want to, but I'm going to just ignore it in general. And on the armature layer, I'm going to go to frame, I don't know, 50. And when I right click, I don't see, I do see insert a keyframe or a blank keyframe, but actually what I want to insert today is a pose where it says insert pose. And the poses are not going to be a little dot on there. There's actually be kind of a diamond shape on them. In addition to that, it's going to turn all the frames in between a lime green color, which is kind of strange. You see how that looks slightly different. And if you click away, you might be able to see that that is kind of a diamond shape. But I'm at frame 50, which is a pose. I've got my black arrow, and now I can pick up the very end of this trail, this last bone in the series, and I can bend it. And you see how it's rotating around that joint, just like I said it would. You can keep grabbing things and bending them. Or you can just grab the end and bend them all together at the same time. But when you play it back, it does the bend that you tell it to. It does the motion that you tell it to. So quite simply, what we've done with our bones here is we've taken a shape, and the shape was not a symbol, and we've put bones inside one shape. We're not connecting more than one shape to another. So bones inside a non-symbol shape, and we've moved the shape. The next thing I want to show you how to do is how to, I'm going to hit File New, by the way, how to connect symbols. So I'm going to draw a circle, and I'm going to double click that circle and convert it to a symbol. Okay, so we're going to start with that. And I'm not going to make it a button. It should be either a graphic or a movie clip. And for today, I'm just going to make it a graphic because that's going to be the simplest thing. And now it's in my library. So what I want you to do is connect a bunch of circles, just stack them together. And I'll go ahead and stack mine together in just a minute. I'm going to make my stage a little larger too. So I'm going to do that all while I'm pausing. Okay, I paused my playback there. I paused the record so that I could put together all these symbols, and I actually made my stage a larger size. If you find you want to do that ever, you can just go to properties and click away from everything that's on the stage. Just click right here in the stage space, and you can change the size of it. Make it wider, make it taller. It's up to you. But I've made my stage larger so I can fit lots of symbols on there, and those are all iterations of the same symbol. I'm going to start with my bone tool, and this is kind of fun. I can click here and drag up, and that connects those two pieces. But I'm actually going to keep this as my central location. So clicking here, I'm going to drag to the middle of that one, the middle of that one. I'm going to make this human figure kind of dance a little bit. Right now, as I'm doing this, you can actually see that things are being moved into the armature layer. If I hid the armature layer, the only things that are still in layer 1 are those pieces that don't have bones. If I hid layer 1, then it shows me everything in the armature layer. So as I add bones, things are being pulled into the armature layer. And now that layer is empty. So all you'd have to do at this rate is make poses, and you can actually do that too by pushing F6 if you'd like, and you can move things around. And you can make pose again. And when you play it back, you'll see your figure moving. So play with that a little bit. What I'd like to see from you today is I'd like to see symbols connected this way, maybe in a human form if possible, just connected symbols with bones. And I would like to see your original not symbol, your just shape that you drew that is not a symbol, animating this way. So each of those is worth 50 of your 100 points. Okay, so just a shape that does this and a series of symbols that do this. And that's it for today. Thanks.